Hey guys, Dannieboi here, and I'm with a very lovely, talented singer who is promoting her new single, Passcode. Welcome everyone, Janine Weigel. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, thank you for your time as well. And where have you been stationed at, I guess, during this whole crazy pandemic?
Right now, I'm in Malaysia, in KL. I moved to Malaysia earlier this year in February before the lockdown happened. And
Okay,
it's also my first time that I moved out of the house. So it's definitely been like a very interesting experience.
I can imagine. That's crazy. The timing of that is just very weird, I guess. But you seem to be doing well. You have a new song out called Passcode, and we're going to cover that in depth. But if you'll allow me to kind of backtrack and maybe get more info for the fans out there that are kind of wondering about your past and stuff like that. So, for those that don't already know, you started doing YouTube covers like more than 7 years ago. And during that era, what made you decide to give that a shot, give that a try?
I guess so. I think I'll just um, refer back a little bit. I moved to Thailand when I was around 10 before I lived in Germany.
Hmm.
And once I moved to Thailand, I got into the entertainment industry by acting first. And once I kind of like dabbled a little bit, I thought that like, oh, I want to try to compete in a singing competition. So once I did that, I realized that I wanted to pursue music as more than just a hobby. So once I finished that singing competition, I got signed to my first label.
Hmm.
And I've been a trainee for around 6 months, I decided that like, oh, like I've seen all these amazing YouTubers that are so successful. I want to try that too, and like see how it goes. And I
Hmm.
guess it's been working out well so far.
Definitely. I mean, I've seen so many and millions of views on a lot of those. But one of my favorites, not too old, your Old Town Road cover. I remember my niece she's my cousin, but she's really young. My niece showed that to me when it was like first uploaded. So pretty cool that I'm talking to you now. So when you do covers, what helped you decide what songs to choose, and any cover that was like a challenge to you or that you were kind of like on the fence about before actually doing it?
I think for me, I try to cover the songs that are trending at the moment, but sometimes I also just cover songs that I want to sing in between those.
Hmm.
But I think for the most challenging songs that I did at the time that I feel like was like really hard was like any Sia song like
Okay.
Chandelier,
Yeah.
Titanium, or like even Jessie J's Flashlight as
Oh
well.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So after that, when you started putting out originals, were you nervous at all about like the reception it'll get because you were kind of known for doing covers and then going into original music? Did you have any like nervous excitement about it?
I think I was more like excited in a good way
Mhm.
because I before that I never really released any original music before, so there wasn't really like a bar or a standard that I thought that I should hit. There was like everything was kind of new, so it was just trying things out and seeing where it goes. But yeah, it was definitely a very memorable experience because the first original music that I put out was like 5 songs, an EP.
Right.
And I still remember the process of like going through from recording and then shooting the music videos, and it was a really, I guess it was a really fun time. Like it was very different from what I'm doing now, which it's like not in a bad way. It's just like I can see how much I've grown from then until now.
Right. Right. Was Deep End part of that first EP?
Deep End was from my second
Second.
like
Awesome.
3 years ago, I think. Yeah.
So you speak multiple language, right? You said you were born in Germany and you lived in Thailand. Now you're in Malaysia. Being mixed, I can relate to this. Blending of cultures and your unique perspective you gain from being, from your ethnicities from both sides of the world.
Yeah.
Is it harder to create music in a certain language more than the other, or what's that like for you?
I think for me, I guess I used to. That's really hard to say because I've tried writing in both languages, both in Thai, German, and English, I guess. But I think for me, that I feel like is more challenging would probably be Thai because it's a tonal language, so you can't really play around with it a lot. But I like Thai songs where there's a lot of rhyming, and I feel like it's just a beautiful language in general. But in terms of like freedom in melody, I think English and German is much easier.
Okay. And fast forwarding a little bit, one of your song words, I love the lyrics. So
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, did any of those things you said in that song come true? You said a lot.
I have to like, oh my gosh, what did I even say? I think for me it's kind of like, because I wrote that song during a time where I got a lot of backlash for like the way I sang or I represented myself. And it was also like, at some point I was in Thailand, I was trending like #1 on Twitter for just like how the way my voice sounded, which I just wanted to kind of put out a message that those words can't bring me down. And like, because how I see it is that nobody can really stop you from pursuing your dreams unless you love yourself.
Definitely, I agree with that. And I heard you saying you came to Manila not too long ago. Well, first part of that question is, what do you remember the most about the Philippines? And the second part is the culture. What culture similarities do we have, Filipinos and Thais?
What I remember the most, the first thing is the traffic.
Oh God.
The traffic is crazy. I thought the traffic in Bangkok was crazy, but then I came to Manila and I was like, oh, Thailand is like normal. But I think one thing that I really like is the people there. Like, the people are really nice. Also, one thing that I was really surprised and amazed about was that everybody that I met were such great singers. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, everybody can sing.
Yes, it's a very musical country. You know, every artist I talk to, when we bring up the Philippines, they all say the same thing. Like, wow, Filipinos really sing well. You know, yeah, we support, like, even if it's not Filipino music, right? Of course, we support artists from around Asia and even the States. But when there's a song, no matter where you're from, if it's a good song, we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna support. Just like your new one, Passcode. So let's talk about Passcode now.
Sure.
Let's just break it down. Like, what is it about? And if you could also talk about, you know, the process of making it and like your mind state and everything that came about.
So, Passcode is about falling in love with somebody, but still being scared and having your guard up because you don't want to get hurt. And it's kind of like asking this guy for his passcode to his heart. But at the end, you end up telling him how you feel about him anyway. And how it started with the process of making the song was actually earlier this year, before the lockdown, I had the chance to go to LA and record a couple songs with Tommy Brown, who's Ariana Grande's producer, and his team. And we got a bunch of songs that I really liked, but we felt like, although there were great songs in that bunch, we felt like there isn't like that song that is fit to be the first single yet. So once I got back, Tommy sent me a couple more songs, and one of those songs was actually Passcode. And at the time when I heard the song, although it was still like a very simple demo, I felt like, okay, like this definitely has to be the first single, and my team agreed as well. So we started working on that and added a couple additional parts and like verses and all that. And also in terms of instrumentals as well, and yeah, just to like make it more me, I guess.
And it's really cool. You know, it's playing a lot here in Manila, and you know, I wanted to talk about the music video itself. You were teasing the video. You had lots of teaser videos leading up to its eventual release. So can you talk about the concept of the Passcode music video?
For me, so there isn't like really a great like a main storyline there. It's more like about like, I guess, like trying to find out the guy's passcode. But
I like it. I like it. It's funny. I like it.
Thank you. But in between, there'll be shots like with me like hanging out with friends and like I guess like being at the arcade as well and at skate park. So in between of that storyline, I just wanted to like add, I guess like I would say like pretty views, pretty shots as well. Like for me, it was more important about the aesthetic of the music video rather than the storyline. But before like I guess coming up with the concept was just like basically going on Pinterest and just creating a mood board, and I just sent that to the director, and we just kind of like worked around that. And
where was it shot?
In KL. I'm not sure. I think it's called Putrajaya.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. There's even like a TikTok challenge. So
yeah, there is. There's a
let's talk about that.
Dance challenge.
So what is the hashtag again? Hashtag
Passcode challenge, I think.
Passcode challenge. And
So.
I'm not a dancer. I've only seen a few clips. So can you tell me, like, is there like a step or a certain step, or is it just you dance to that song?
So there are steps, and there are, I guess, two versions. There's a version where it's like simplified, and then the original version where like
that's for me.
Yes,
the simplified one.
the simplified is like, I guess, like a lot easier, I guess. But it's definitely been like very interesting to see all the people covering my song on TikTok.
Yeah. I've seen a few. Any of those that have really impressed you? Does anyone stick out?
One of them was by Darren Espanto.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
I was really surprised that he did that as well. I've met him last year at, I think, like a break room at a TV show or something, and we got introduced to each other, and like his voice is just amazing, like out of this world.
Yeah, he's definitely one of our best singers here in the Philippines. So that's cool. Darren got on that TikTok challenge for the hashtag Passcode. I think it's Passcode Dance Challenge, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't want to give the wrong information. But everyone tuning in right now, I'm still here with JANNINE WEIGEL. And you know what? I want to thank you so much. And I want everyone right now who's tuning in to support Passcode. Stream it, watch it, share it, tell all your friends. Vote for it for our countdown. And JANNINE, do you have any shout outs, or if you want to say or greet your Filipino fans right now?
I guess what I would want to say is I want to thank you all for the support on my song Passcode, my new song, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to see you guys very soon once things get better and once we can travel again. But in the meantime, I hope everybody stays safe, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves as well. And yeah, I really can't wait to see you guys in person soon. Hopefully.
Yes, thank you. And I gotta learn your dance steps, so the next time I talk to you, I'll try to see if I can do them. Last thing I want to ask though is what's next for you? Anything coming that we should be looking out for in the near future?
Definitely more music. I'm working on my next single right now, and if everything goes according to plan, I think I'm gonna release my song like in January, February, like beginning of next year. Okay. And I think for next year's probably gonna be a lot of singles first, but hopefully I get to work on an album soon, sometime in the future, I guess.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you so much, JANNINE. Hope you're doing well. Congrats on the new single Passcode, and hope to talk to you again soon. So there you go. Thank you so much. God bless and take care.
God bless you.
All right. Thank you, guys.